What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? As you can see from the title of this video, this is just going to be my predictions video for the upcoming season in the NFL. So let's get started. Start off with the AFC and going to the AFC East. The AFC East is probably going to be a pretty tough division. The Patriots have fallen off a little bit. The Dolphins are still good, even though I'm not a big Chad Henne fan. The Bills will suck, obviously. But I think this division will go to the Jets. They picked up too many people in the offseason, including LaDainian Tomlinson. I'm not a Mark Sanchez fan at all, but they have too many other good players for them not to win the division, and I think they will win the division. So the AFC East, I say will go to the Jets. Now to the AFC North. The AFC North possibly could be the most competitive division, maybe even in all of football. 3 out of the 4 teams up there usually competitive, if not good, every year. Obviously, the Browns suck dick every year, but I think this division is going to go to the Bengals. It's going to be really tight between the Ravens and the Bengals all year, but I think with the pickup of Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco already being there, the Bengals will just have more of an efficient offense, and they'll manage to win the division. Obviously, they swept every team last year in their division. Maybe not that much success this year, but I still expect them to win. Moving to the AFC South, another competitive division. Um, the Jags, I expect them to fall off a little bit this year. I don't think they'll be too great. The Titans might step up a little bit, but I picture them finishing no better than 9-7. This division is going to go to the Colts. I think most people see that coming. And Peyton Manning, best player in the world. You can't go against the Colts. So there you go. Then the AFC West. I could honestly see the AFC West going a different direction this year. I know usually it's been the Chargers division for like the last 5 years. Obviously, if you know, I am a Broncos fan, but I don't really see the division going the Broncos' way this year. I could see the Raiders actually stepping up this year and improving from their previous seasons, but I'm going to have to give the division to the Chargers just because it is a pretty weak division, and I don't think anybody can take it from the Chargers. Moving on to the NFC, and we will start with the NFC East. I think the NFC East is going to finish a little different this year. I think the Cowboys, Giants, and Redskins will all be good. I think the Eagles will be good too, but I don't see them making the playoffs. They'll probably be in the playoff picture. But I'll give this division actually to the Washington Redskins. I think Donovan McNabb is going to make a big difference. The Cowboys, I think, will finish right behind them. The Giants will be in the playoff picture as well. You know, this is a really tough division too, but I think the Redskins, with their offseason attributions and the fact that they've been building the team for like the last 5 years, I think Donovan McNabb is going to be that straw that finally, put them over the top. But we will see what happens. Moving on to the NFC North. This division to me is a 2-horse race between the Vikings and the Packers. It really could go either way. The Vikings and the Packers are both going to be powerhouses in the NFC this year. I'm going to give it to the Packers. To me, the Packers are more on the rise than the Vikings. The Vikings will definitely make the playoffs. But I'm going to go a little bit of shocker here and give it to the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be more efficient than Brett Favre this year, and they nearly have just as many offensive weapons. So I'll give it to the Packers. And moving to the NFC South. This division, to me, is pretty easy. You got to give it to the Saints. They're the defending Super Bowl champs. Really, the only other decent team in this division, or at least the only other decent team this year in this division, will probably be the Falcons, who might be in the playoff picture. But I think it's going to be a pretty easy win for the Saints. I picture them being the dominant team in the NFC, around the Packers and Vikings also being the 3 dominant teams in the NFC. But I'm definitely going to give it to the Saints. And moving to possibly the weakest division in all of football, the NFC West. This division, it could go a different direction every year just because all of these teams usually are building at some point, or at least this point in time, are building in some direction. I'm going to give it to the 49ers. They have Frank Gore. They have an established running team. I like Mike Singletary as a coach. And I just think they're not going to have to win more than 9 games really to win the division anyway. And I could really realistically picture the 49ers easily winning 9 games. So I'm sure there's a bunch of you out there that disagree with me. So please feel free to leave the reason why you disagree with me in your comment, and I will get back to you and tell you why you're wrong. And that's about it. I will talk to you guys later.